Hello my darlings, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are already familiar with this lovely voice, I am still the Globe, as you know. And for those of you who are lucky enough to stumble across my channel, I tend to steal the hearts of people, okay? I keep them coming back for more for a particular reason, because my vibes are good, energy is positive, and I'm just helping you see something within yourself that helps you to connect with your own intuition. That's why I am still the Globe. So my darling, on today's reading, we are going to see exactly why you are the lucky one. If for some reason, you just feel blessed beyond belief, you feel as though, you're a magnet to miracles, or perhaps you just feel as though there's just some sort of blessing that just always shines its light on you. You feel covered in love, you feel covered in blessings, you feel covered in the light of the world. There's just something within you that's just bursting with joy, radiance, protection, happiness, security, safety, abundance. Okay, let's see exactly why that energy is surrounding you. So my love, today we have 3 piles you can choose from, and if you have already seen the thumbnail of the video, you would have seen the choices that you can pick from. But regardless, here are a reminder of which piles you have to choose from today. We have the white feather, represented by pile number 1. We have the rainbow feather, represented for pile number 2, and we have the pink feather, represented for pile number 3. So my darling, all you have to do is simply pick a pile that is calling out to you, which one is giving you the strongest urge. So once you've picked that pile, scroll down into the description box, where you will be met with a timestamp next to that specific pile. Just give that a double tap and you'll be fast forwarded towards the section in the video where the reading will begin just for you, my love. Okay, so please do take your time, pick which pile is calling out to you, hit that subscribe button, and I will join you shortly in your section for the reading. So with that, take care for now. Bye. Alright, so pile number 1, what I can see for you first, starting off with the 10 of coins, this usually talks about your sense of security, your sense of stability, having that generational wealth, or having a great deal of wealth accumulated for yourself over a long period of time. This is like an investment. This is like something that you've been working towards that's gonna pay off hugely, and not only just for yourself but for the generations to come, you know, for your children, your children's children, and so forth, and even for the people that surround you, you know, your friends, your family. It's like an inspiration for them all, for your success. Like, your success benefits many people. So what I can see here for you is you are someone who's you've got a giving nature about you. Okay, you love to see people happy, you love to see people being secure, you love to see people be able to do what they want with their life without having to have any sort of struggle, without any sense of fear. You know, happiness is the main key and foundation for yourself, and because you embody that also rubs off on other people. People want to be invited towards how you live your dream on a daily basis, how you can handle so much and get so much. It's like you have this nature about you that screams effortlessness, it screams comfort, it screams stability, you know. And it's not just for you. You're not the type that is selfish, but you are the type that is giving where it's due, and you have everyone drawn to you. Okay, it's like you're a leader for many, and even animals love you. Okay, if you find yourself drawn to dogs quite a lot, you know, they are your spirit animal. They appreciate the healing that you give them because of your kind and tender touch. You know, you are somebody that likes to see everybody empowered rather than seeing people living in poverty or living in lack. You have the confidence to help people excel in their natural foundation. You like to see people get their dreams. You like to see people get the support that they need. And if they don't have that, you're willing to be a helping hand to help steer them along in the right pathway. I can also see here for you as well, you have this inner power, this inner dynamic within you that screams respect, it screams maturity, and it screams that, you know, you are somebody that's not going to back down from a challenge. You're somebody who can be given a task and you can handle it with ease, with instant effect. The ideas that you have, it comes to you within an instant. It's fast. Okay, people may recommend you for certain positions or high positions, higher roles. They see that you have the commitment, okay, for what it takes to be a leader in the position that you are in because of the passion that you hold. You know, you're somebody that is determined to see the best. You're somebody that is solution orientated. You're like the spark within the group of people. Okay, you help people see their own inner passions and their own inner wisdom. You're somebody who sits confidently in the position that you are in. People find that you're unshakable, unmovable, untouchable, and they want to know exactly, you know, what keeps you in this power, what makes you so strong, how are you able to live this comfy life like this. You inspire many to want to be like you. And with the Two of Staffs here and the divine love, you know, you're somebody who's determined to make a living for yourself. Okay, and you're somebody who, you don't have a lot of ego. Okay, your position can easily change. You're willing to take risks, go the extra mile, do whatever it takes to build a life of your dreams with no attachment. Okay, like, you are somebody who rules your own life. You don't have people dictating for you what to do, but you listen to the voice of your own calling, the voice of your own soul. Like, whatever feels good to you, you go towards. Okay, you light up worlds, darling. You are somebody who, you don't attach yourself to people or places and things, but you enjoy the experience that it brings you. You live in the present moment, so that is how you can survive. Okay, because when you have too much attachment to certain things, that is when we become a little bit too obsessed, and we kind of have things as possession rather than having things as an experience. You know, when we have things as an experience, it allows us to let go of the feeling of having to have it, because when the thing is removed, that's when it can tend to lead a hole in our hearts. You know, you're definitely somebody who has this non-attachment style towards things, and you can see different perspectives as well. In order for situations to prevail, you can see both sides to the coin, and that allows you to see things from a higher perspective, and it allows you to continue along your journey knowing that everywhere you go, you embody love. Every outcome that you seek or every outcome that you receive is from a place of love, not from a place of fear or from a place of missing out. And that's how you know that your success is always guaranteed, your happiness is always guaranteed, because everything that can affect you comes from a place of love. And we can see here as well with the Show of Cups and the Freedom card that you are definitely somebody who knows how to master their emotions very well, okay? You will not allow yourself to become too affected by situations, because you can understand the perspectives to things. You understand that, you know, you want to be free yourself, and you would want other people to be free. So you understand how important it is to let go and have that non-attachment style, and to live a life where there's no restrictions. Live a life that's based on love. Live a life that allows you to live the embodiment of love, okay? You can see how easy it is to feel your emotions and not get attached to certain outcomes. That's how free you are. When you don't have an attachment to outcomes, that's when you know that you are free and you're ready to receive the goodness that comes in your life, okay? By you following what lights up your soul, not having an attachment to the outcome, is how you receive everything that you desire. Power number one. Let's get a few more messages from our oracle cards, and let's see what else we have. Oh, we have bearing fruit. Lovely. Okay. We also have tender embrace. Yeah, see, this is this love that you embody. You know, you're willing to share your abundance with others. You're willing to take your time to help other people find their own footing in the world, find their own success. You know, even when you have nothing, no material items, or not even much to offer, your love and your tender touch is what makes you so lucky, because having love as the foundation brings the gifts, it brings the materialism, it brings the happiness, it brings the joy, it brings the freedom. And that's why people want to be around you, or people classify you as lucky, because they can see that you have such a bright future, you have such lovely gems within you that's waiting to come out into the waking world, okay? People can see your potential, and that's why they believe in you, because you're not in it for something, you're not in it to receive a reward, but you're in it to share love. And that's why people can trust you easily, because, you know, a lot of people's in it for something, okay? They want something. If you give to others, they want to receive something back in return. But for you, I'm sensing you give without wanting to receive anything in return. And that's why, you know, people treat you with so much kindness. People observe you and they can see that you are a star in the making, and you've got this bright and hopeful future. Yeah, with feeling the world, you are definitely someone who can see, you know, you may feel the pain and suffering of the world, but you don't allow it to get to you, because you always show the love. You show people the different perspectives, the different realities that people share in this world. You share the uniqueness, and that's what makes you so lucky, because you can understand people, you can understand situations, and you can create different worlds, different scenarios for people to survive, for people to embrace their own personality styles, embrace their own ways of living. And that's exactly why you're so lucky, because you have this whole general understanding of how the world can work in your favor. Next up, we have inner trust. We have new birth, guarded vigilantly. And finally, we've got against the grain. So pile number 1, you do not listen to the negatives, or when people tell you you can't do something. You always find a way to make things happen for yourself, because first and foremost, you trust that your potential is unmatched. You trust that your intuition is always correct, and you trust that you can birth something new. When people tell you you can't, you show them that you can. When people try to paint you as somebody that's written off, you show them that you can transform yourself into something that they've never seen before. Okay, you show them that there's a new world of living, a new way of being. All right, you show them that you don't have to be so overprotective of your energy and of yourself, because there's nothing to actually fear. If there's anything to fear, it's fear of ourselves, and what we can actually become. Okay, when we recognize the fear that we have within, that's how we can transmute that to love. That's how we can paint a different story, paint a different picture. How can we transform our fear into something that we can actually trust? And that is by us showing yourself, okay, that you can be set free by doing something different that's gonna make you happy. Okay, trust yourself, and not what other people do, but what you do. And that's how you can be that lucky person. Show other people that it's okay to be different, to walk the pathway alone. You don't have to walk in a group to show that you're confident, but you can walk alone and show that there's strength in oneness, there's strength in believing in yourself. And that's how you can shift worlds and show that there are different circumstances, people available here on this planet that are willing to support the people who go a different way than the normal society. So let's get some advice for you, pal number 1. Okay, you know, why are you so lucky? Okay, how can they maintain this luckiness that they have? Okay, we have the 2 cards. Let's take that. So first card we have is, life would be a lot more fun if everyone's middle name was Mother Effin. Yes, we understand that one. So make today fun by silently inserting Mother Effin into the name of everyone you come into contact with. Ben, Mother Effin Franklin. Grandpa, Mother Effin Bob. That lady from accounting, she's now Carol, Mother Effin Cooper from accounting. Yo, somehow this makes those financial spreadsheets more bearable, right? It's going to be a great Mother Effin day. Okay, so this is just basically saying that, you know, everybody's got some shadows within them. Not everybody is 100%. Okay, of course, most of the time we like to think of ourselves as perfect. Yes, we are perfect, but if we just want to just go down into the nitty-gritty, you know, just from another perspective, make the situation feel better from yourself by knowing that we all have our flaws and that we all can make mistakes. Okay, so let's not really take the problem or take anyone's problem too personal, but rather know that they're going through a situation themselves that they actually don't want to be in. Next up we have maybe you just need to shake your booty. So we have life throws out very few problems that aren't more easily managed after you've danced it out a bit. Think you're a bird dancer, stop that right now. Just stand up and give your groove thing a jiggle. It's 98.5% scientifically proven to take yourself less seriously. So yeah, I should say, just sit back and relax, do some dancing, do some exercise, do something that's going to make you laugh, do something that's going to make you smile again, okay? You may be a dancer, so perhaps that's something that gives you some sort of blessing anyway, may give you some sort of energy boost. Paint a different picture, paint a different perspective towards things. That's why you are the lucky person, because you don't take your life too seriously, but you recognize that it's okay for you to make different choices and to know that you are safe and protected and loved in those choices that you make. So pile number 1, I really do hope you enjoyed this reading. Please do let me know your thoughts down below, just how well this reading went for you. If you like the vibe, please do be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you again in one of my next readings. So please do take care for now. Bye. Okay, so pile number 2. What I can see here for you in regards to why you may be the lucky one is you have the ability, okay, to create for yourself. You are somebody who has infinite ideas, you have inspired action, you know how to create something that's going to be long lasting, sustainable, something that you want to achieve, okay? You're somebody who will never back down. You'll keep going, keep creating, trial after trial after trial. You're making sure that your work is perfect. You have a great work ethic and you really pay attention to details. Like, no matter what happens in regards to the ideas that you come up with, the things that you build for yourself, the things that you create, you're not willing to give up. And you've got a passion within you to build things in multiple forms. For example, if you may create something, it doesn't work out or it's not as great, it doesn't get the best results, you'll try to do it in a different style, in a different way, where you do get the results that you're actually looking after. You're the type of person, you may stay up late at night, you may have your head really focused on something that you want to create. You may not have time for anything else. It's literally, you are the type of person that focuses exactly on something. You hit the target all the time, and what makes you the lucky person. And you're not attached to the results, but you're attached to how things are prepared for you. You're attached to enjoying things in the actual moment, and not wasting time on petty little things. You'd rather spend your time creating something that's going to be sustainable for you, something that's going to bring you joy, and something that's going to make you feel good inside and within. And I can see here as well, there may have been a change to your life and your emotions. And I say that because you can recognize when things don't work out for you, you don't really tend to dwell in that energy or stay in that energy. You tend to look towards the brighter future, look towards what could possibly come next. Like, you allow things that want to leave your life, you let them go. And what you do focus on is the future. You focus on how things can be, and how things can be represented in a loving and joyful way. Perhaps, you may have someone that you're very close with, who you share happy memories with, or who you may have children with, that is your biggest support system, and they can be somebody who you can actually count on. And that what makes you feel blessed and lucky, because you have this special person that's close to you, who is willing to be with you and support you through any times of loss. And I can also see as well, you deem yourself as somebody who is very worthy, somebody who knows their worth, somebody who recognizes that they can have anything that they desire. And it's about you knowing that you are someone who can come from a background, who may not come from a background of luxury, but you can create luxury from yourself. And it's about you knowing that you have all the opportunities in the world to create beautiful lifestyles for yourself, even if you weren't brought up that way, or even if you saw suffering outside of yourself. You recognize that it's only a shift in perception that enables you to see that you can be worthy of everything. It's only the fear to not knowing our worth is what makes us feel left out in the cold. But you can recognize that, when you have love, when you're the embodiment of love, everything can attract yourself to you, whether it's the finances, whether it's love, whether it's family, whatever it may be. When you're in that loving energy, things are drawn to you, and that's how you know that you are worthy of everything possible. And what I can see as well, definitely with divine abundance and the Taslim card, which is literally seeing things in another perception, seeing things from a different viewpoint. You recognize that you don't have to chase abundance, but abundance naturally flows to you. So in times where things may seem a bit high and dry, or things seem a bit stormy, things seem a bit cloudy around you, or perhaps when you feel as though you're a bit stagnant, feeling a bit bored, you can recognize that this is simply just a time for you to shift your perception into something that is going to provide actually, this beauty that wants to come through for you. It's about you knowing that it's okay, that you can rest and you can actually relax, and you don't have to constantly be on the move or constantly be doing something. Even though you do like to create, you recognize that it's imperative for you to still have this equal balance of working and relaxing at the same time, for you to enjoy this abundance that wants to surround itself with you. Because if you have no time to relax and enjoy, then what's the point of constantly working to the point where you don't get to enjoy the fruits of your labor? And that's exactly how you know your worth. And as well, you are somebody that recognizes the signs that portray itself before you. Okay, you recognize when things are trying to increase your happiness, increase your self-esteem, increase your self-worth, make you feel joyful, make you feel happy in the moment. You can recognize those signs from a mile away, and that's how you know that you're actually on the right path, because it's your perception to certain things. When you're comfy in your own skin, when you know exactly your own belief systems and your own values, that is exactly where you stay, if it is something that's working for you. Because of course everybody's got their own perception and beliefs to certain things. So we must take our own perception on with us and carry that within our hearts, and that will allow us to not get persuaded by misjudgment or, you know, shoved into a place where things don't come for us, or things don't work out in our favor. Because when we know ourselves, we know the signs that we're looking for that actually work for us and not against us. So let's get some more cards for you, pile number 2. Yes, we have imperfect harmony. So yeah, things just go in your flow all the time because you're in sync with yourself. You know yourself, you know your worth, you know exactly what you're looking for, and you know, you are in the embodiment of happiness. When you're happy, things flow to you in harmony. It's not this push and pull effect, but it's just ease. Everything flows with ease. We have time machine, so you have the ability to time travel, and I say that with your dreams, you can see things that come from a mile away. You're a visionary, you're somebody that can see into the future, and you're also somebody that doesn't put a time limit on things. You see time as something that's just forever present. So how you spend the present moment is what's most important for you, because that's how you can connect with your intuition, because you're constantly in alignment with what's currently going on, and that allows you to flow in harmony with the universe, flow in harmony with your desire, flow in harmony with your passions. And that's how you can recognize the signs of opportunities that come to you that show itself of love. We have divine matrix. So yes, you can recognize that everything is interconnected, and you can recognize that once you're in the flow of your own path, things start to connect to you, and you can start to enjoy this abundance. You can recognize that it's not just you here, but there's everybody else that starts to take place and starts to take formation to help improve your journey for you. And it's not just one way, it's just improving your journey, but it improves the experience and journey for everybody else as well. We have listening for truth, followed by defend to the end, the worthwhile, and lastly we have inspiration. So yes, you are definitely somebody who's willing to go to the ends of the earth, okay, as we saw here with the alchemist card, to create something and to believe in what you actually create. You know, actually stand for something and not allow other people to tell you it's not worthy or tell you it's not going to work out. You're somebody who listens for the signs. You seek the signs of the truth of the situations that come before you, and you're willing to go to the end of the earth to stick with what you know if it's something that empowers you, because you feel inspired by your decisions. And that's how things seem fruitful for you, because of your passions. When you are inspired by your passions, that's when you are ready to enjoy life, because you have something to be hopeful for. And when you have something to be hopeful for, it's about you embodying the energy of knowing that love is all you need. Okay, be the embodiment of love. That's when you start to be inspired. That's when you start to be happy. That's when you start to know that things can come to pass for you. Pile number 2. So let's just get a little bit of advice, or see exactly how you can maintain this lucky energy that you have going for you, my darling. Okay, we've got one. Let's get another one. Okay, perfect. So pile number 2. We have the moment you start acting like life is a blessing, it starts feeling like one. Exactly. Get grateful, get grateful, get grateful. If you're looking for answers, the easiest fix to any problem is to start with gratitude. Look around and name something that's awesome. Do you have a truly amazing cat? What's awesome about the cat? Aren't you glad it's alive? Do you hate cats and don't have one? Isn't it amazing that you don't have to live with one of those furry little creeps? Okay, now keep going. So yes, it's saying literally, you know, feel good about the things that you actually have in your life, because that's what can shift and turn around the energy. Okay, when we're grateful for things rather than you know, seeing the lack of things, that's when our energy shifts and we can see the blessing that's actually in disguise. And we have life would be a lot more fun if everyone's middle name was Mother Effin. And we also had this card again for power number 1. So this says, make today fun by silently inserting Mother Effin into the name of everyone you can come into contact with. Ben, Mother Effin Franklin, Grandpa, Mother Effin Bob, that lady from accounting, she's now Carol, Mother Effin Cooper from accounting. Somehow this makes those financial spreadsheets more bearable, right? It's going to be a great Mother Effin day. So yeah, I'm not sure if you have someone that does accounting or somebody that's in business, but you know, how you're lucky is you can recognize that people have their own flaws, people have their own mistakes, people are going through their own personal problems. So you know, if you're working with somebody that's not really giving you the type of love that you are desiring or the type of love that you actually embody, you can recognize, okay, how can I shift the perception to actually make myself feel a bit good, and recognize that, okay, you know, people are just going through something, and that's just about you just changing the perception to things, having a little bit of fun with it, you know, not taking life too seriously, but actually releasing the tension about what's going on and feeling inspired to create something fun out of it. Okay, not suffering in pain, but you know, embodying love, embodying a little bit of a cheeky love, let's say. Okay, so pile number 2. I do hope you enjoyed that reading. Please do let me know your thoughts down below. If you like this reading, be sure to subscribe, and I'll be sure to see you again in one of my next videos. So please do take care for now. Bye. Okay, so pile number 3. Why are you the lucky one? What I'm feeling for you is you are inspired to move to the beat of your own drum. Like, you're somebody who doesn't care about people's opinions, what they're doing. You know, you're somebody who's rather focused on yourself and focused on your own well-being, focusing on creating something that's going to be you know, sustainable for you. Perhaps you're maybe somebody who often changes their personality, their character, you know, your hair, the way you look, your outfits. There's something about you, you're on a constant change, okay? And it's about you know yourself, and you're like a character. You like to switch into different moods to see what's the one that's going to benefit you the most in this current moment. It's like you're flexible with your energy. It's like people can't guess and figure out who you actually are because of the type of person that you are. Is somebody who can change over time. Like, you're confident in your own skin, and you're confident knowing that you can go into your own world and into your own reality without having to be consumed by, you know, what's currently going on in the world and what's currently going on with other people. You're more in your own world, more in your own head, and that allows you to beat to your own drum. Like, you're definitely somebody who is inspired by the world. You're inspired by other people who are free. You're definitely inspired by people who take the lead with their own life. Like, you're not somebody who likes to sit back in the corner and watch, but you're somebody who likes to take the lead and step forth out into a position that's going to allow you to be seen by others. Whether it makes other people comfortable or not, that is not your business or your basis. You're more focused on what's actually going to please you over time, what's going to enlighten you, what's going to bring out your passions, what's going to make you feel good. And you're recognizing that if it's a path that you have to walk alone, then you're ready to walk that path, because you recognize that you will be met with other people who actually like you, and so who are actually like you and who actually have, you know, a similar journey to you, because you recognize that there is power in being unique, there is power in following your own passions, there's power in recognizing, you know, what your purpose is actually to this world. Like, you're somebody who's awake to your own divine purpose, and you recognize that even if you have to walk alone, even if there's no one there to support you, you recognize that you supporting yourself is a blessing in itself, because you recognizing your potential helps other people recognize your potential also. But the thing is, with you, you know that in the future that you are going to be somebody that is successful, hopeful, joyous, happy, abundant. Like, you recognize that you can survive in all types of conditions, whether it's one where people are not seeing your potential. You can survive and you can thrive, because you can recognize that people are not connected to their own inner light, or perhaps they may be connected, but they're just not somebody that are with you. They're not somebody that's a part of your tribe. They're someone that's just a part of a different group. But the thing is, people need to recognize that you are somebody who has great potential, but just in another area of life. You recognize that your individuality, you recognize that you don't have to be the same as other people in order for you all to be alike. Okay, you recognize that there is power in difference and that there is power in contrast. Okay, and that enables you to go towards, okay, with the Six of Swords, go towards, you know, the type of setting that's actually for you. You know, it helps you to awaken more parts of yourself that you didn't know was actually within. When we're around different environments, circumstances and people, we can recognize where our strength lies, and we can recognize where our difficulties may be of a concern. And then once we've seen and found out the basis of what we're actually looking for, we can then go towards what we're wanting, go towards the more positive sides of life, go towards the most passionate places that we actually want to be. You know, it's always like this constant dream. You have this dream that you want to go towards, and finding, you know, where it actually is what makes you the lucky one, because you are somebody that's able to have this self-discovery about yourself, and you're able to see and know exactly where your potential lies, and you're willing to, you know, cross over the path of happiness and find and be matched with people who are exactly like you, or people who are a part of this current journey in life for you. Because of course, people may not be on your pathway forever, they just may be there for a particular moment in time, but then we recognize that, you know, this journey was beneficial for us, and it's about us now finding the next set of people that may provide something substantial for us, or about us finding another part of ourselves that's actually going to help us continue and incorporate this journey for a deeper period of time. We have a higher for you, so you are definitely somebody who is you know, very smart. We've got the owl. Owls represent wisdom, and you're in touch with yourself. You know exactly what you want. You know, you don't allow things that are of the bottom of the barrel to influence you, but you recognize that you want to keep yourself soaring above any sceneries of poverty or anything that's of lack. You want to only be incorporated and be touched by things that are very sentimental, let's say. Oh, look at that, we have the royal you. So yeah, you're definitely somebody who sees yourself as royal. You're definitely somebody who puts themselves in a position where, you know, people cannot touch what you've made for yourself. People cannot touch or degrade your character, but people can only be inspired by you. You know, you have so much to offer. You recognize the jewels within yourself. You recognize the the gold that you carry, you know, whether it's something physical or whether it's something internally. You're definitely somebody who wants to be matched, or who is matched by the finer things in life, because you recognize that you beat to your own drum, and you beat towards things that are going to be nice for you, things that are going to provide you know, some sort of what's the word I'm looking for, some sort of substance. We have it is what it is. So yeah, you recognize when it's time to leave certain positions, when it's time to leave things behind and go towards a new journey. Like, you're definitely somebody who has mastered self-discovery. You know, you recognize when it's time to leave, when it's time to go, and you recognize situations for what it is, and you don't try to paint a different picture, but you move towards something else that's actually going to be what you want. And that's a blessing in itself, because you can recognize, you know, things for actually what they are and keep it moving. We have free from judgment, free to love. We have big bold vision, and we have releasing allegiances. So yes, you are definitely, so you recognize that you have a vision within you, and you will not stop until you get to where you need to be, and you won't allow anybody to judge you for who you are. But what you will accept is the love that they have to offer you in the time period that you spend together, because you are somebody who will let go of things, people and places that are not for you, and only stick to where you want to be and where you want to end up. And I'm not gonna lie, that image, it does look like royalty. You know, it looks like somebody who is very royal, somebody who knows themselves, you know, somebody who's come from an educated background, or somebody who's had to educate themselves very well, somebody that's smart, somebody that's intelligent, somebody who won't stop until they make the thing yours. You know, we've got a bee here. Bees are represented by hard work. You've got that hard work ethic within you, and you're not going to stop. So final cards for any final messages, okay, in regards to advice, in regards to how you are the lucky one. So it says, be yourself even if you're crazy. Stop worrying about normal ass, nothing ass judging your cool weird ass. Okay, so there'll be none of that today. Anytime you feel yourself worrying about any of those asses, remember who you gotta wake up to every morning. You, baby, you. Your job is to make sure you're good on your own terms, check in with what you actually care about, and make sure you're living up to that, not what all those asses out there might be thinking. Okay? Yeah, don't worry about other people and what they have to say, but knowing that you are unique within yourself and you are the only person that is important. You know, you have to take care of yourself, and you have to recognize that your health is important, your mental health is definitely important, and you have to wake up to yourself, like it says, every day. So, you know, why not focus on yourself and focus on constantly improving yourself to be the best person and be the best version of yourself all the time. We have, once you start laughing, you start healing. If you aren't ready to laugh at what's going on, then laugh at something else. The internet is filled with ridiculous stuff. Laugh at that, or call your best friend who tries to make fun of your problems in that loving, brutal way they do. Just start laughing. You don't have anything to lose. So yeah, just relax a little, laugh a little, have fun, you know. Cheer yourself up, make yourself feel good. Laugh at things, don't take things too seriously, you know, boost that dopamine within you. Guys, I don't know what's going on with my English. Apologies for this reading, okay? But yes, you know, just start laughing and just don't take things as serious, which I know that you're not going to do anyway.